We're live here on YouTube, and this is Rich Lieberman After Dark. It's kind of I don't know, a neutral title because oftentimes when I start talking, I don't know which way I'm going to go. And I'm going to try something new here and hopefully get this the attention that it deserves. And a variety of things. First off, when I get animated and excited, and that could be positive or usually negative. I do it not to get clicks and hits, and I'm not a shock jock, folks. What you see is what you get, and it's all genuine. It's all from the heart. And look, I'm not asking you all to agree with me or disagree, or maybe you're in the middle. I am giving you what I believe is what a lot of you believe and feel, but you don't have a voice. I'm not making myself out to be some, God. I'm an advocate for myself, but first and foremost for you. And I get angry and I get negative, and I always, before I continue, always highlight the fact, ladies and gentlemen, that I do this without any notes. Doesn't mean I don't do research. I do lots. I read a lot. I read everything I can get my hands on because I don't want to be coming off on anything that is not worthy of your attention. I want it to be based on facts and based on what I see and what I hear, which is what, your deal is. Look, a lot of people watch me, especially in the industry here. I'm not boasting, it's fact. And sometimes I get emails from people. Got some today. And they said, Rich, thank you for taking a stand. Thank you for voicing what a lot of us would love to voice, but we can't because they work at various stations. They're involved in the media, and a lot of these people are talented people, and they're just trying to get by. They have a job, they have families to feed. Some of them are not, that old. Some of them are quite young, but some of them genuinely have a really good side, and they've told me this. And you folks, and that's what keeps me going. And I always give you what I think is good entertainment, but a lot of information. And yes, I do give you opinions. Of course I do. This is not just an information site. I like to think of myself. This is the new feature, After Dark. I know a lot of people have told me that, they're at work. They can't always get to my spiels, if you will, because they're at work and they have headphones, but sometimes I go a little longer than 8 minutes or 10 minutes, or sometimes even longer than that. So many of you have started listening to me, watching me at home, maybe over dinner, a glass of wine, had a long day at work, and you want to hear what I have to say. And even those of you that don't agree with me, and I get all that, and I encourage debate. I do. I want to hear everybody's opinion, as long as it's within the realm of being reasonable and not, personal and crap and insults and all that. And you're always going to have that. I'm used to that. That's what the world is these days. You're going to have to deal with it. You could be the Pope, Mother Teresa. You could be the saintiest person on the planet. They're always going to get, what I'm talking about. And as far as what animates me, it makes me what I can be sometimes that I'm not proud of. But I'm echoing what I believe is a lot of what you all. I had somebody, kind of an extension of thanks for taking a stand. It was somebody who worked in television. And they told me to keep at it, keep on, keep it on, whatever. Because he said, and I'm not going to say who it was because A, you wouldn't know who it is, and B, I don't want to get this guy in trouble. But he said, Rich, they need to be held accountable. They need to be called out. And that's why I'm here, folks. I'm here. The guy used a phrase which I kind of first I was sort of astounded, then I got it. He told me as much. He says, "You take a bullet for us. You take a bullet for us," like a secret service. Well, maybe that's a bad analogy lately, but they did. And not to sound overly sanctimonious, but I guess I'll sound overly sanctimonious. Folks, I am not here to get a job in that industry. I'm here as an advocate for you all. And I don't mind taking a bullet. But and this is not going to be a pledge break, but in order for me to continue to do this, I do need support. I've got bills, and most of which involve this. And word of mouth is just unbelievable. I'm starting to get a lot of people. It was just like the written blog. At first, it was very tepid response, and then it blossomed. And one of these days, I'll get into one of the reasons why I don't write anymore. Is it's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy, and I don't have the money. Certainly don't have a lot of the time. This is more convenient. It also allows me to convey to you how I feel, how I really feel. It's not hijinks. It's not artificial noise and bullshit. And my rant against the local media is based upon what I see every day. Are there good people still left? Of course there are. Of course. I don't always talk about that. I should, but I'm so startled. Call me naive as to what is out there. And they use all these excuses about money, or they don't have money, they don't have this, they don't have that. They have enough money to send people to the Olympics, though, right? But I I used to, in my era, watch, listen to really good radio. And what they've done now is to almost rip you all off. Not literally, but give you the kind of crap that's out there that really shouldn't be the case. Has nothing to do with money. Okay. You become more focused. I'm saying you, ownership, management, you hire the right people. You put on the best that you can. You don't become lazy and have just absolute amateur hour, you know. I like to say to you all, and as I have repeatedly, all of this, there's no notes. It's all from the heart. And I'm live always pretty much on YouTube, although you can watch it whenever you like to watch it. But I still get angry when I look at what's become of the Bay Area, um, an area that is so rich and diversified, the land of free speech and the home of Mario Savio and Silicon Valley and the historical footnotes that we all understand. Some of us were right there, you know. We read history books. We remember what it was like here. And not everything was great when I was growing up. And a lot of you are in my age range, but you watched, you saw, and you understand where I'm coming from. And if you don't, you certainly do now. I don't scream and yell to get reaction for the sake of getting reaction. I've often stated people have sent me donations, contributions, many of whom said, "We don't agree with you," husband, wife, guy, animal, dog, cat, relationships. We don't agree with you, Rich, but we appreciate you at least saying what you say. I don't want to get holier than thou, sanctimonious. I do what I do with my opinion. It's only my opinion. I know a lot of you agree with me, a lot of you disagree. Some of you, I can't imagine, are in the middle. This is kind of a love or hate. I'm not talking about my show, I'm talking about my opinions. But I don't have the most sexiest looking backdrop, right? tried something different. It was too artificial for me. It was too benign. This is about as good as it gets because, yeah, my damn face with my Yul Brenner look is right here. But every now and then, I want to convey to you what the missive here is. I get opinionated. I do. I've said this a gazillion times to the 20th power. When I criticize, I could get rough, perhaps, yes. But my name is up there. I don't hide. I don't send anonymous notes. The people that, by the way, sometimes, and some of whom I know personally or did, maybe lost a friendship or two. Look, I'm not here to make friends. I'm at a stage of my life where that's not my motive here. I mean, look, we're all human. We all have situational habits of doing something, making a living. This is my life right now, for better or worse. I call out people, I call out companies, I call out what I deem as less than mediocre. Beyond that, sometimes I get a little angry. Radnich used to have a great line. He used to say things and people got screaming and yelling. They had a little twinkle in their eye. So it was like saying, they were doing it for, they had a little point of doing what they did, performing. Well, folks, I guess by definition, I am performing, but I'm not really performing. I'm giving you my thoughts. And, when I see people like the Mikes in San Jose and the Dicks in Fremont and you know, Alf, the Rose in Oakland, Ronelda, and Jeffrey, and people like Ed, and the various people, Luke O'Brien, many of you folks, Kevin, and some of you, and they've supported me, and some of you I have lost. And I understand that. I mean, I guess I'm a little annoyed, but I understand because, I could go on here and just talk like Peter Pan and everything's flowery and we're all just so happy. I'd go broke. I'd be broker than I'm already broke now. I'm not indicating, I'm not suggesting that you have to be real negative to make it. But I mean, look what's out there. Does anything, I mean, maybe I overdo it, but do you see what I see? It's no star. Do you see what I see? A star? No, no. And I can't believe the state that we're in, folks. I worked in it a long, long time ago. I'm not out here to get jobs. I'm out here to give you my honest opinion, which again, you may agree or disagree. But when I see what I perceive as just horridness, mediocrity, incompetency, commenting on radio stations that should know better, that are in the big leagues, or at least used to be, and act as if they're in Roanoke. No disrespect to Toledo or Roanoke. They should know better. They should have platforms. They should have messages, even a new meaning, a new personnel. I know every now and then people are retiring, people are leaving because they did their time and they don't want to be a part of the current state. Maybe it's not even that. Maybe they did their time. They're ready to go away, which I also understand. I give you everything I give you based on honest opinion, and they can't stop me. They are trying. They've done things, you know, even those who, mean well, they're trying to silence me, folks, every day. And will the world be able to live when Rich is no longer here, Lieberman? Yes, I know my place. And when I say, folks, that I need you to survive, I mean that not only literally, I mean it to pay things so I can give you what I think. You don't have to agree or disagree or whatever. I want you to watch, and I want you to take it in and consider. Do you see the Chronicle writing about anything negative? They don't have a media writer. They only talk about the media when they have one of their cherry picking, obligatory. Let's talk about a anchor that puts, a Scooby Doo hat on, something stupid. They don't talk about radio. Hell, what's there to talk about? I'll give them a little defense there. Chronicle doesn't talk about media. The television stations, obviously, they don't talk about media. It's not just television, anything. In a market this size, still the number 6 for television, the number 4 for radio, we don't have anything. I do. I do. I do talk about media. I do give an opinion. I do occasionally give you original scripting and scoops and information. As I've often stated, folks, you're not going to get the information that you deserve, you know, not the dirty truth, the real truth. There is only one truth. You don't get it. There are things that would absolutely perturb you beyond a lifetime that they foist on you, they being traditional media, the radio, the television. And I'm here not sanctimoniously saving the world or the Bay Area. I'm here to give you what I can give you. I don't have a staff. This is my staff right here. And don't make any jokes, trolls, but this is my staff. And like to people that have told me that they really appreciate when I talk about off media subjects, like my mom when she passed, thank you. I just wish my mom was around today so she could see me. She heard me when I was way, 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 way years ago, younger, and did things, but enough about that. Sanctimony only gets you a few places. But if I can do this, I'll give you 2 or 3 reports every day as long as I'm healthy. And once again, the people that don't like me, that's fine. It's the nature of the beast. This is what takes place. I go too long sometimes. Brevity is the soul of wit. I know that. I've got people, you can't go that long. You're not going to, I'm not on an audition. I'm here to speak to you. And if some of it is repetitious and some of it comes off as sanctimonious and holier than thou, guilty, guilty. So, if you can make a contribution of any amount, the bigger, the better, obviously. You will help me pay my bills, have a little bit of a life, drink my McDonald's or 7-Eleven coffee, give you the news, give you scoops every now and then, hopefully, and best of all, give you my opinion that you like to watch. I've been told. Some of you don't. Well, don't come here, I guess. I don't mean that as a insult, sarcasm. Really, truly, I'm here to hopefully broaden my audience and to tell you it doesn't always have to be negative and, snarkly and snidey and all that. Well, that's based upon what I view. So many words. I wish I could come on and talk about how great it is here. How this program is fantastic. But I haven't been able to see that, folks. Hear that. Watch that. So it's Wednesday night. It's the middle of the week. Tomorrow is a new month. Can't believe it's going to be August. And again, you go to my subscribe, click on that. I wish you'd do that too. That ain't costing you a penny. And do make a contribution because look, how much do you pay for streaming, your cable? I know a lot of you have bills. Some are mandatory. And I know a lot of you pay, I don't know, $300-$400 a month for your entertainment. $10 here, $20, whatever you can afford, 100. maybe 200 million from the, that'd be nice. 20 bucks would be nice. Okay. So, yeah, go to the PayPal icon if you can contribute, and I will personally call you or email you. There are some things with your support coming. I might even do, and I'm going to do, God willing, ask Rich Lieberman on a written tablet, and if I can get the support that I hope I get, then we're all open to anything, right? Well, I am. So, hope I've given you something to pause and consider. And again, all of you, good, bad, bad guys, good guys, thanks for watching.